Don't mind that. If I do this, do this again, you can hear me. All right. Testing out a different mic today. We're gonna see how things go. I got damn, do I have time to write these birthday shit? Nah, cause I still gotta we'll see. I still gotta tag you motherfuckers. I'm missing one thing, and that's the thing that holds the Instagram cam.
I can't connect to the Wi-Fi network. You might want to check the connection settings in the Google Home app.
I'm still on time. I don't care what y'all say. I'm gonna test this new mic out. We gonna go about our way. Okay? 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 Nothing I got time today. I got rest today. I got today. Okay? Okay? Okay. Cause testing on the new mic. Just gotta let you guys know. So I don't know the levels of this yet. I won't know the levels probably until I go back and I listen to the re-air of all this. Welcome to the show. This is pre-show shit. This is all pre-show shit. Now the thing about pre-show shit, it is imperative that I remember to start the actual recording that I need for the real show. Let's go ahead and send these birthday shout outs out. Okay, let's see who we got here. Noel, my nigga Bruce. Let's see, longtime partner. Hey, we got one mutual friend. I gotta see. That could just be with the parents. Called Taylor and the lovely Jen Holder. So damn sexy. That was quicker than I thought. Okay. Now we can open this up. Nah, partner, my bad. On a different mic today. Oh, why not? I swear I'll be forgetting about the closed caption. I swear I'll be forgetting about the closed caption. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? Oh, that's my words being read back to me. I know I got less than 4 minutes left. If y'all are showing 4 minutes, I got like a minute. No, it's 4:36, and you guys are at 4:42, 40. Okay, not that far right now. All right, I'm hungry as fuck. Yo, my appetite just exploded. Espada. Mm. Oh, I know what's going on here. Tell me not to forget about you. I got you. I'm hungry for real, for real. Something about the way you make me feel. I feel. I feel. I gotta actually see how much I like this. Something about the way you make me feel. Feel. Think about the way you make me feel. We ain't here yet. I mean, we almost here. We're on the countdown. What we got left before we start the show? About a minute left. Thank everybody here for the pre-show. I give a little hint if you're here for the pre-show. We start off every single show with a birthday. So what we do, we give a little birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday since the last we was on the air. Last time we was on the air was on the 28th. So if you know anybody that had a birthday from the 28th to today, you go at them, right? You tag them, get them on the show, right? Put them in the comments so they can hear their birthday shout out. Get your drinks ready. Get your joints ready. Get your blunts ready. Get your bowls ready. Get a shot ready. Get a beer ready. Beginning the show is a celebration. We got less than 20 seconds left. Your behind the scenes camera on Instagram is up and running. So again, mind you, I'm testing out a new mic today. So let's go. Okay. Let's go ahead and start the we'll be using for the show. Yeah. Oh yeah. Excuse Excuse me, I think we here. We ready. Good? Good?
MyT.
Everywhere we go, wanna know.
MyT.
Everywhere we go, people wanna know. I keep the light on. This is the MyT Sports Podcast. There we go. Good afternoon. And welcome back to another edition of MyT Sports Podcast. We're coming at you live and direct from the most enfuego city in the world. We're coming at you from the studios in West Palm Beach, Florida today, which basically, listen, we're still in the scoldrons of Miami, folks. Stones throw away. Oh, I see you, pimping. What's going on, Donna? We got the Jedi popping up on the podcast. It is officially November 30th. If I'm not mistaken, it's the last day in November. So I hope you guys have started to get your Christmas shopping out of the way. You know, my niece actually hit me up and was like, hey, yo, Uncle Junior, what do you want for Christmas? I was like, I'm supposed to be asking you this. And then I asked her and she didn't answer me back because I didn't ask her about what I wanted. These kids today. It is a lovely 77 degrees. I'm gonna lie to you. I was a little surprised when the AC kicked on today. For the last couple of days, we opened up the windows here in South Florida, let the air come through. You know what I mean? You know, every once in a while, especially you guys know me. You've been here with me for 9 years now. As I said, this is officially Volume 9, Episode 17, Track 504 of the MyT Sports Podcast. And if you've been with me here for a while, then you know I like to open up my place a lot, especially down here in South Florida. I feel like not enough people open up their house, open up their apartment, right? Open up their door, right? And let that natural air, that natural breeze come through and just kind of give your house a nice little reset. Like I don't know, that shit's imperative to me. Like it's crucial. It's imperative to me as having a different rag your ass. Like it is imperative to me. Like you just gotta get that natural breeze front rolling through your domicile. Said I was gonna try not to cuss it. I have to remember. I got a natural soldier's tongue. You guys don't know. Been in the army for eons, and I've been out the army for even longer. But yeah, I got one of those military tongues. You know what I mean? Like triple entendre. Well, we got a big show for you guys today. This Thursday afternoon. I know you guys were in Thursday afternoon. What happened to what? I slept in early. I passed out. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck happened. Told myself we was gonna do a show at 4:00 this morning. That was a little absurd. Nah, I went to work real quick. Came back. We're gonna have a nice little show for you guys this afternoon. I forgot to hang something up. I can see it already in the background. I forgot to hang something up. But talking about hanging it up, you will not that in the in-season tournament that's been going on in this NBA. Apparently, there is no mercy in the in-season tournament. It almost sounds like a WWE event, right? In-season tournament, no mercy. We're gonna work on that. We'll see how that works when we come back around. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. We got a promo code. I see you, Noel. Is that the Noel that got the birthday shout out is coming up in a minute. We got the Blue Chew promo code coming up for you guys, right? So you make you stay ready for that one as well. We're gonna talk about Giddy. He out here. Giddy went to court. Apparently, Giddy went to court. Not the kind of court that you think he went to, but Giddy went to court. We got the Knicks advancing. We got the birthday shout-outs coming up at the top of the program. You guys already know. If you know anybody that had a birthday since the 28th, you go ahead and you start adding them, right? You start tagging them in the show so that I can make sure I give them a birthday shout-out. If they're not on my list already. Birthday shout-outs happen to begin the podcast. Get your drinks ready. Get your joints ready. Get your shots ready. Do whatever you do. Know what I mean? Whether it be a little cerveza, a little bit, like whatever. Get it ready. Get it ready for the podcast. Get ready. We about to celebrate it in a little bit, right? Aaron Rodgers is cleared. That is probably that's probably the biggest shocker of the week. We gonna keep getting this. Cuban sells the Mavs. This just keeps getting better and better. We got Thursday night football today. We got Survivor Series results. It's not Hump Day. It's no longer Hump Day. It's officially Throwback Thursday. It's officially Throwback Thursday. So we're gonna make sure we keep this energy up so you can throw it back all night long, all afternoon long, all day long, however long you want to throw it. Right? This is Throwback season. We're gonna definitely make sure we give you that Blue Chew promo code for you guys. But I told you guys, I warned you guys, I told you guys to get ready for this. It's officially birthday shout outs time. But before we get there, I'll let you guys know, regardless of the time and regardless of the weather, it's always a blast on the MyT Sports Podcast. So let's start talking. Woo! Back at it like a sports fanatic. MyT Sports. Woo! All right, DJ MyT, go ahead and drop that birthday beat. I'm ready for it. If these birthday people ain't in here by now, it's too late. They done fucked up. Drop that beat. I think he likes that. I think I like that level. I think we on the same page today. How does the new mic hold up? How's the new mic holding up? Levels looking good. The levels are good. All right, let's get it popping then. Because, yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your because it's your birthday. We sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, folks. Birthday shout out segment of the MyT Sports Podcast. What we do is shout everybody had a birthday the last time that we was on the air. If you guys don't already know, I am your host today, Talon, the motor mouth of the South Taylor. I am in my hyper mood. It could be the season. It could be the season. Like, I'm already thinking to myself, yo, I gotta get my antlers. I gotta put it on top of my car. I gotta get that red nose and put it back in the front. And I gotta get my red sleigh revved up and pumping again. I put some oil in it. I had to make sure all of its holes were all up. Oh, it's about to be. We about to be out prancing, dancing, dixing, and fixing. Oh, I can't wait till I get them fixins. Like I said, we got birthday shout outs. So I want to say, where my drink at? Hold on. I'm hungry too. If I go get a snack, don't be mad at me. Sometimes you just gotta walk away from the show. I had to get myself my drink. I even missed my drink. So I'm giving you guys some time. Make sure that you are ready. Right? For what's about to go on today on the MyT Sports Podcast, right? Because I told you that this is the Drunk Uncles podcast. So, I don't got none. I see one of the drunk uncles with me. I don't got the other ones here. It's a special time, right, for the show today. So since I don't got all of the drunk uncles with me, I'm definitely going to make sure we keep it proper, and I'm going to make sure I keep all of the nephews with me, the Ray and nephew. Yo, gotcha. Yo, hot bam. I said bloop bloop bloop, motherfucker. There we go. Oh, shit. Okay. think I may have went overboard. Hope you guys are ready. Hope your birthday people are ready. It's all for you. Like this whole stall tactic, this whole stall act, this is all for you to make sure you guys are ready. Is for me to selfishly start slowly getting my drink ready. No. This was pre-planned because I wanted to make sure you guys had some time to get all of your peoples up in here. You ready? Good. I'm ready. You ready for this? Yeah, I'm ready. My mind's telling me. No, sorry. Wrong segment. That's the Josh Giddy segment coming up later. Right. But let's go ahead and give these birthday shout outs. First birthday shout out I want to give out to is to my homeboy Noel. Right? Yo, so I think Fluffy keeps trying to correct me on this one. Right? But every time I think, I'm like, yo, isn't that your brother? And he's like, yeah, he always gives me the explanation and shit. And I'm like, I don't need an explanation. As far as I know, like he's one of your brothers, but also, I keep mistaking Noel for one of the actual brothers. Got 22 kids. I think Noel's only on kid number 17. So I want to say happy birthday to the brethren Noel, right? Happy birthday to Noel. Then also on the 28th, we had a birthday for one of my army brethren, right? Yo, met him when we was in Germany. Together, fall together, you know what I mean? Went out together, you know what I mean? Stayed in together, dug foxholes together. If I need to add up in there anyway, because that shit sounded kind of suspect. I mean, I'll add that pause. I want to say happy birthday to one of my army brethren. There you go. Next on, we're going to move on to the 29th. And the 29th, yo, this is actually one of my longest reigning brethren, right? Hold on 1 second. Let me get one of these little scone things. I don't know what the fuck this is. You know what I mean? That's just delightful. It is though. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what other way to describe it. Like, it's flaky, right? Not too hard, not too soft, right? A nice little crunch to it. Kind of sweet, but it's kind of like melts in your mouth. Like, pause. Like, it dissolves real easily once you eat it. Like, once you take a bite into it. Yeah, like super light. It's like a light, sweet. It's delightful. We're having delightful snacks over here. That way ain't never even kicking in yet. We talking reckless. Next one, I want to give a birthday shout out to the 29th. It's actually to one of my oldest brethren out there. I've known this dude since either third or fourth. I know definitely at least by fourth we knew each other, right? I can't remember if it goes all the way back to third grade. But when was it? Is that still? Nah. It's a 251 era. So maybe only 4 if it's 251. I had IS7. I had 244, 251, and then I don't know how the hell I'm forgetting the first one. That's also the very first one. I was on like kindergarten, first grade, and I think that one's actually being shut down. PS 135? Is that what it was? I can't remember. Let's not get stuck there. But let's say happy birthday to the homeboy Roland Richards. You don't have, when I said like the brethren, I was at my best friend back in the day, but we graduated from elementary school. You know, like our families ate together, sat together, you know what I mean? Dined together for that whole day, you know what I mean? You used to stay dumb for it. That's the thing about New York. Like, they'll look like, it's weird. They'll allow you to go ahead and apply to a certain school out your district. As long as you get that little motherfucker there, they don't care. So if I remember, he used to come from dumb far to come to school. But hey, hop on a bus by yourself at 8 years old, and you know, I mean, city bus. Take a train, you do by yourself to school, whatever you need to do. It was different. It's weird that it was so different, and we had no mobile phones to be like, yo, in case of emergency. We was out there just risking it. Beautiful times, beautiful times. Also want to say happy birthday, right? We had a couple birthdays today as well. Want to say happy birthday to one of my former bosses, Carl Taylor. No relation, right? But definitely in the business world, definitely a father figure to me. Want to say happy birthday to Carl Taylor, and then also want to say happy birthday to the very lovely Jen Holder. Googly moogly. That lady's so damn fine. But sorry, but I want to say happy birthday to Jen Holder. It's her birthday, and let you know, Jen, you're on my list. Not only you're on my list, but I go to Orlando very frequently. And now that you live in Orlando, I guarantee you, the next time I come to Orlando, I will be hitting you up. Whether I come to hang out with you, or when I go to Orlando, it's gonna be barbecue time. I'm inviting you to the cookout. Just letting you know, I'm inviting you to the cookout. And yeah, there's gonna be somebody talking shit. There's gonna be people there that are more animated and more hyper than me. And you're not gonna believe me say beforehand. I'm telling you, I'm not the most animated or hyper person in my family. I had to get it from somewhere. Let's go ahead and bring it all back in the room, right? So that's to Noel and to Bruce and to Carl and the also sensational Jen Holder. I want to wish you all a happy birthday. Hope you party hard. You enjoy everything. Also, Jen Holder is one of the best masseuses anywhere from Orlando down to here. Let's let you guys know. Go ahead and set that appointment. Right? But to Noel and to Bruce and to Roland and to Carl and to Jen, I want to wish you all a happy birthday. We hope you party hard. You enjoyed everything. Regret nada. But more importantly, you stepped out. And you know what I mean? And you're stepping. You flexed on these hoes. And you can MyT. Go ahead and cut this. Woo. I ain't gonna lie. I've drank much. And that's already going to. Just letting you guys know. That much. Slow down. I can already feel the temperature rising. You know what, though? That's actually a different problem. Nah, I wanted to tell you guys, like, yo, I've been having a house open. So, you know, the house opened up means like ain't been on or whatever, you know, windows open and stuff. And I walk back into the main part of the house and I'm hearing the AC blazing. I'm like, AC blazing? Why is the AC blazing? AC ain't blazed in 2 days. If that shit open up, I look 77 degrees. It feel like 77 degrees, 77 degrees. Delightful. This weather's been delightful. These snacks are delightful. What's not really delightful is going on in the NBA right now, right? The NBA generally gets a lot of things right. And then every once in a while, they just get some things wrong. The Bridges incident in Charlotte. I have no reason to want to see Charlotte play. One, they lack discipline. They don't look like that team looks like they need an adult in the room. It's like the only thing worse than watching Charlotte play is watching Washington right now. That's the only thing worse. And the reason I say it's worse because it's guys who think that should have talent, but the talent isn't there because of maturity. Well, that's kind of what's going on in Oklahoma City, where one of their players happens to be dating a young man that also lacks maturity, legal maturity. She's not 18 years old. As you guys may or may have heard by now, let's go ahead and let you guys know. We have our MyT topic of the day. Oh. And we got to ring these alarm. We got to make sure we ring this alarm because we got a potential Chester in the building. Potential. I have to make sure I choose these words very right? Carefully. Even though from what evidence has so far been presented, what I've seen, I'm just making my opinion based on what I've seen so far. So far, what we've seen, what we've all. I got you. Somebody wanted the alarm again. So, their NBA player Josh Giddy, once again. I don't even know if I'm gonna call him a freak. He even a freak man. No, Giannis is the freak man. Like what's his name? Zion Williamson is a freak man. This guy's a creep man. He's a creep. I ain't gonna call him a freak. Now, I like to use the word freak with a lot of positive connotations. Ain't nothing positive about the kind of sexual activities that Josh Giddy is being accused of partaking in. Let's go ahead and put a timer on this. You guys know me. So you guys know there are certain MyT topics that I will not drop until they are finalized. Creep man, yes, that's him. Jotty the Giddy lover creep man. Giddy. I will not drop until I get some kind of finalization on this. And because I'll constantly want to make sure that you guys are aware of what's going on. Because you guys will be surprised. I can sit here and I could about a topic every single podcast for 3 months. One random day where Sharkies are out in the podcast, and I've seen the same people, right, either come in and out the chat rooms, or I've seen the same people pass me at Sharkies and kind of engage with the podcast, or come at different times of the podcast and have never heard about what I did. I never heard about the scenario, I should say. It happened with Griner, and it's been happening so for this Josh Giddy. So if you guys are unaware, Oklahoma City Thunder Josh Giddy is under investigation. Make sure I didn't mute myself. Okay. Is under investigation. He is under investigation for having sex with a minor. Statutory rape. Now, how did we come to find this out? Well, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on Twitch, you can see why. If you're watching on Instagram, this is why I call it the behind the scenes cam on Instagram, because you don't get all of the aesthetics. You just get me in a nice, right? I brought that back. I finally got it back, and it's still on time. It's still on time. Woo! Love you. Sorry, I just got it back today. I just got that sound back today on my phone, and it's still on top. But yeah, you guys just get me in a nice little filter, just yapping. They get animations and aesthetics and captions and birthday shout outs coming, scrolling across the bottom of the show or the podcast, which should have been happening while I'm doing the birthday shout outs, but I'm doing it now while I talk Giddy. No offense to all you birthday people, but you don't have to worry about Josh Giddy because all of you are over the age of 18. It was on the fly, man. I'm telling you guys, I listen to a lot of URL before I do the podcast. Josh Giddey's being accused of statutory rape. That's not sugarcoating. He's being accused of statutory rape. How do we come to find this out? As you guys can clearly see, the chick he was smashing made a post about it. Guess who's fucking Josh Giddy? She is. Well, give it some time. Internet investigators, right? And this is how it came across, internet investigators. Because rumors has it, Oklahoma City has known about this, the Thunder has known about this for a year already. They've already known about his relationship with her for a year already. Okay? Yet he's still playing. Kyrie can't share a link to a book or to a movie that he found interesting. And the NBA quickly, because they didn't want to seem like they supported something that seemed inappropriate. Yeah, Josh Giddy is still on the fucking court. Josh Giddy just took court against Minnesota. He's not in the court that we need to see him in. Why am I seeing Josh Giddy run up and down the court? Why am I seeing his hair bounce up and down as he plays? We didn't have this kind of. I'm just saying. A year. Rumors has it the Thunder have known about this for a year. Let's continue. Right? Remember, Kyrie Irving had to come out and make a public apology and everything. Or they wanted a public apology from Kyrie. See? And this is what we mean. They published Kyrie, believe it or not, media-wise. They were lynching him. They were assassinating his character. Millions of dollars lost. I haven't heard about one sponsor Josh Giddy has lost. I don't know if Josh Giddy has a sponsor to lose. I haven't heard about it. I ain't heard about Tassat dropping him. I ain't heard about the weird Chinese shoe company dropping him. I ain't heard about the local car dealership dropping him. Nah, Josh Giddy is playing, and so far as we can see, getting all of his money, getting all of his respect, retaining all of his faculties. Like I said, sometimes the NBA gets it right. You look at the NBA and it's just, ew. And this is not often. This is more often with the NFL. This is not very often we catch this kind of behavior with the NBA. So Oklahoma City take court against Josh Giddy takes court when they play the Minnesota Thunder. They would lose that game 106-103. In that game, Anthony Edwards ended up going out and an injury. He wouldn't return in that game. In case you want the sports side of it. Back to the kitty lover Giddy. You guys know me. There are certain topics comes to it will not get dropped by me until we get to some. This Josh Giddy conversation is going to be one of them. Because until Josh Giddy is not playing, until Josh Giddy is being suspended undetermined amount of time while this case gets resolved, we're gonna keep pointing out how much a creep Josh Giddy has been, and the fact that the NBA so far is looking like they support statutory rape behavior. Because that's exactly what it looks like. When it came to anti-Semitic stuff, their stance was very clear. We do not support anti-Semitic shit. It came to Black Lives Matter. Just as Floyd. You know what I mean? That police officer that recently got stabbed up in jail. You guys were all over it. Kudos. Why the fuck aren't you all over this underage shit? See, I'm telling you, one of the biggest illegal rings is going on right now. No, there's not time for that. In America, is the sexual of underage women and the trafficking of them. Because for some reason, anytime there's these pedo behavior, right, come front, why are we brushing this underneath the rug in 2023? See, part of this, right, and I will blame society. Part of this is because there are too many women at 15-year-old that would love to be in her position. Because as we mentioned before, when we was 15 years old in high school, I wasn't competing 100% with people my age. No, I was competing with college kids, 15-year-old girls. I was competing with 25-year-old men for 15-year-old girls, 30-year-old men for 15. The women were always looking for older men, as they do to this day, even when it's legal, or even on the legal side as well. And a lot of times, their family members, especially the other women in their family, their mother figures, promote that shit. Again, a lot of them are also not from this country. So they grew up with different belief systems that they now have to try to adopt into American society, which has allowed pedo behavior to go unchecked, blind eye, with everybody seeing it, but nobody's saying anything. Oklahoma City Thunder has allegedly known about this for. She found out about it because she posted it on Instagram. Now, on social media. Now, the thing that bothers me, right, is that I catch way too many people trying to take up for Josh Giddy. It's not his fault. It's the club's fault. It may be the club's fault why they met. It's not the club they fucked. It's not the club's fault why after a year she's still his girlfriend, because if internet investigators can find out that is under 18 based off of posts that she made in her high school cheer outfit. You're telling me multi-millionaire and billionaire organization, City Thunder, and trillionaire organization BA could not figure this out and be like, yo, my dude, you're from minor, stop it before you catch yourself in trouble. See, the NBA can take all of these. It's not the club's fault. Nope, not the club's fault. The club can't regulate people having fake IDs. Oh, okay. My bad. Let's see what you're doing. My bad. But yeah, you have people see, and when I'm catching people taking up for Josh Giddy, you just look suspect to me. I'm just gonna let you know right now. You look suspect to me, and you look like you're a fucking 12-year-old if you was given an opportunity to get away with it. Actually, some of my bitch. So you're telling me $1 billion Josh Giddy, $1 billion Oklahoma City Thunder, damn near $1 trillion organization in NBA could not find out that she was under. You understand? Yeah, anybody defending Josh Giddy is a sex offender too. And we're gonna say this on the MyT Sports podcast, because if you are, it makes no sense. Defending him, it makes no sense. But you're telling me the NBA that will get involved in his life to tell him, hey, we know who you're hanging out with. Stop this. We can't be hanging out with these thugs. It's gonna be bad for your image. That can pull up in Gilbert Arenas' life. They can pull up in Allen Iverson's life. Like John Morant's life. And say, hey, we see what you're doing here. We've had the seed. Stop this before it gets out of hand. You telling me you couldn't stop this guy from fucking a 15? Telling me, yo, you need to stop fucking with this 15-year-old before you get exposed? The very first moment? Because they put pictures on IG. Hey, guess who just fucked Josh? He's bringing her to games. Front row seat. Other posts. Tonguing her down. Yeah, my girlfriend. Now, I mentioned earlier, see, the reason why this isn't going to hit people the wrong way, one, he's a millionaire. So like I said, there are too many 15, 14, 13-year-old girls that would love to be in her position. 16, 17, 18-year-old girls. 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, you fucking 31, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 52, 53, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63-year-old women that would love to be in her shoes. Would love to be fucking a 20-year-old, a 21-year-old, 20-plus-year-old basketball player. You would. And all of you would just women in your family under age fucking him. Because he's a millionaire basketball player. It's an issue when it's your teacher. Now it sounds weird, right? Now it sounds weird. Now it's disgusting. It's disgusting when it's the janitor at the school. It's disgusting when it's your boss at work at McDonald's taking advantage of your daughter. Because he's why this is going to get swept underneath the rug is because this family, nor the girl, is cooperating with police. Oh no. If we all get roped up in some shit, and if nobody cooperates or says anything, if everybody keeps their fucking mouth shut, I mean literally shut the fuck up. On everything, every question, do shit to you. Here goes the other drunk uncle. I'm in my bag already. So, they got paid. They could have gotten an MDA, right? Signed. Broke off a couple of $1 billion. Hey, don't say shit. So, the family not cooperating, we already know it's for a couple of reasons. One, they see the benefit and they like fucking an NBA player. Their family and her mother and her father, if he's in her life, is okay with their daughter fucking an NBA player. Doesn't matter how old he is. It could be LeBron James. It could be a 38-year-old LeBron James fucking your 15-year-old daughter. They wouldn't care. But if it was drug dealer Jerome from down the block, it'll be an issue. If it was your coke dealer, you know what I mean, from down the street, it'll be an issue. If it was your meth dealer Matthew from, you know what I mean, from across the way, it'll be an issue. If it was your pastor at church, your deacon at church, one of your church members fucking your 15-year-old daughter, how you feeling about? I'm just saying. She posted it. Guess who just fucked Josh Giddy? So how would you feel if it wasn't NBA player Josh Giddy and it was McDonald's manager Mick, teacher, pastor, huh? Coach? How would you feel then? Man, don't accept behavior because you're getting your 50 Shades of Grey multi-million-dollar moment and not let it recognize that this is bad behavior. Because you know what eventually happens? Help your daughter. And then he'll go find another 15-year-old, and another 15-year-old, and then a 14-year-old, and then a 12-year-old, and then another one, and another one. And then next thing you know, he got a whole brothel of underage people like R. Kelly. And then R. Kelly does it, it's a problem. Josh Giddy doing it is not. Clean cut, good looking white guy, fine. Plays in NBA, no, okay. The statute of limitation in the country would be 16. So yeah, let them fuck all the 15. How it works? There are a lot of people that come from a lot of different countries where you can start where from the moment they bleed, they can succeed. Is that what we doing? Is that what we doing? So Josh Giddy continues to be on the court that he doesn't deserve to be on. This is a privilege, right? This is a privilege you guys keep seeing. This is what I find weird. Because this is why we say your coded dialect when it's other players does not equate when Your coded dialect for some players is not equate for all players. What I'm trying to say. Like coded dialect. Because how is Josh Giddy not an embarrassment? How is he not being detrimental to the league? How is his behavior? How is his behavior justified to be on the court? What happened to this being a privilege? And you don't have to be on the court. This is a privilege. This is a privilege for you. I think when you start smashing minors, that privilege needs to be taken away from you. And I know, like I said, well, he's taking the Karl Malone route. Well, shame on the NBA for not doing something back then either. But again, believe it or not, this behavior was a little bit more acceptable back. Are you telling me, are we still accepting this behavior? Because it perfectly explains why we can never catch none of these child molesters. It explains why there's why there's constantly an underage ring that sells women, and it involves our police officers. It involves our clergymen and church officials. It involves our seated officials, government, city and statewide. Like they're all in on it. Yeah, I said it, and I'll say it again. So you constantly let people like Josh Giddy get away with it, and then you wonder why there are so many women missing every single year because Josh Giddy starts, and you never check him here, and then he becomes a bigger millionaire, and then he forms other connections because you know who's reaching out to Josh Giddy? Pedo Society of America, the PSA. They are contacting him right now and coaching him the fuck up. And the longer y'all allow him to coach him up, him and his lawyer, because I guarantee you, his lawyer has represented plenty of pedos in the past. He's a professional pedo. Like I said, but thank God this isn't Kyrie Irving. Because if this was Kyrie Irving, if this was Kyrie Irving, oh my God. We would even have games for 3 days if he was still playing. It would be riots everywhere. Clean cut eyes, nothing. Hey, he pushing P. And not the positivity that Young Thug was talking about. No. We got a pedo pushing lawyer. Look at this you want. You coming. What did we say? If you allow this behavior to continue, it's only going to get worse. You guys know that Karl Malone did it, and he got away with it, and he's in the Hall of Fame. Granted, Karl Malone probably stays away from more NBA shit for the level of Hall of Famer that he is marked as. I don't believe he's that high. I don't believe he's that high. Like if you guys have listened to me when I did my NBA tiers, right? For their GOAT tier, yeah, he's all the way like number 30 for me. He's all the way at the bottom. Him and Stockton definitely need to switch spots. The fact that Stockton is behind Allen Iverson, Chris Paul, right? It's fucking retarded. It's ridiculous to me that John Stockton is behind Allen Iverson, and I love Allen Iverson. Delightful. So, in an NBA that likes to use sports world, that likes to use stuff like this is a privilege and trying to set an example and equates players playing with a certain level of with by allowing players to play or not, making it core how you support that topic. This is a bad look. because it looks like you support pedos, and I would not be surprised because sports are built off of it's built to have a lot of billionaires in it, and a lot of billionaires like to go to a lot of foreign countries that don't have these rules and fuck little girls and little men and little girly mans. Trust me, if Robert Kraft okay to go right up there to the Orcas of Asia, 90 minutes away from where I currently live, and try to get a rubbing tub for you in that area, in that little in that Asian massage parlor, you're telling me you don't think that when he took his trips overseas, he wasn't pulling his Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker on and going here with a lineup of underage women? I gotta watch what I say. These are all speculation. I don't want the cheese guy coming for me. Even though I learned that he's not the cheese guy. On the day of the AOC game, I was. He's like, yo, this is too stressful. I need to release some stress. In the AOC championship game, let me run down to North Florida real quick, mid Florida real quick, and go get a happy ending because I like the way they do it. They're better. So let me go hop in this PJ real quick and go get a quick happy ending in a state that we're not even playing in. No. Not the rub and tub. I'm talking about going overseas and having a lineup of underage women that he's fucking. I said that's allegations. Like I said, if you thought it was okay to get a rub and tub right here in South Florida, 90 minutes north from where I'm at, I wouldn't be surprised that he's going to other countries and demanding some kind of similar services regardless of age, color, or creed. Or sexuality. Basically, he was over there banging cock. Which I'm telling you, I keep questioning more and more. I banged cock in Bangkok. We know Bangkok has a lot of girls. Sorry, transgender people. Shit. What were you doing in Bangkok, Ludacris? Oh my goodness. We gonna hop off this topic just for today. And we're gonna continue to move on. Right? Because I don't want to spend too much time. I don't want to continue spending time about players that don't deserve to be spoken about. Because Josh Giddy doesn't deserve to be spoken about. And the reason why Josh Giddy is even spoken about, you understand? Josh Giddy has been in the league now for 2 years, 3 years. This is the most we've talked about Josh Giddy in 3 years. So what makes it even weirder to me for an irrelevant player that you can easily make an example out of. I'm gonna leave this ahead. For an irrelevant player that you could easily make an example out of, why is the NBA holding back? You look sus, NBA. You look mad sus right now. You look like you support pedophile and statutory. That's what it looks like, NBA. I'm just saying. Along with beating bitches. Half unconscious. You've been looking real NFL like lately. I don't know how else to say it. You've been looking real NFL like lately. What's going on? But I want to move on. I want to move on. I don't want to continue to talk about Josh Giddy. Because you know what? Not for nothing. If the NBA keeps taking this snail-like approach to this Josh Giddy scenario, we're going to have a topic to talk about at the beginning of the show for 20 minutes. I want to give you 10, but I feel like I'm going to rant. I'm going to go back to my first love, which was baseball, and I'm going to go left field, and I'm going to rant. I'm not going to have a party in my city like Mo rants, but I'm going to rant. Now, speaking about some parties in some cities, can I tell you, like, this in-season tournament, I'm enjoying. I keep telling you guys this. I'm enjoying. Like, it feels like an event. NBA in-season tournament. no mercy, because that's what it is in these NBA in-season tournament games. There is no mercy in these games whatsoever. Like, if you want sympathy in the NBA games, right? For these in-season tournament, go to the back, open up a dictionary, look between shit and syphilis, and that's where you get your sympathy, because you're not getting it on the in-season tournament. Not only had these games been unforgiving, predictable, they've been a little bit unpredictable. Let's start with the part that touches the heart. The Knicks go ahead and they advance. They advance in the in-season tournament as they. Shame on me. Shame on me. But as they beat Charlotte 153 to 115 to 91. I know I was joking about it, but 115 to 91. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Coming into this game, we need the way it works. Not only do you need W's, you need impressive wins. It's kind of like college football. They're looking at point differentials and wins. And the New York Knicks, to secure this victory, needed to win by at least, if I'm not mistaken, by at least 7 to try to make sure that they guarantee themselves an entry into the in-season tournament game. Now, as you see, this final score ended up being 115 to 90. Oh no, they were going for it. RJ Barrett was mic'd up during this game, right in the middle of this game when the New York Knicks were up by almost 20 points, right? And they was like, "Yo, we got to run this." Like RJ's talking to Julius Randle, who's like, "Yo, we have a chance." Like, we need to, like, and that's the thought, right? Yo, we not just need to put it up. And when I found out that the New York Knicks were playing the Knicks, I thought to myself, this is the most perfect team to do this to, because if the New York Knicks go in with the Tom Thibodeau level of intensity, right, and are locked in from the end, where they don't take their foot off the pedal, for Charlotte, that I told you earlier in the podcast, I fully believe lacks an adult in the room, lacks maturity, lacks, I don't want to say players with basketball IQ, but just let's say maturity, because it isn't their basketball IQ. I feel like LaMelo Ball has great basketball IQ. It's just his team and maybe himself at times lack maturity, and they could be following his lead on maturity level. Because as work ethic goes, LaMelo Ball has one of the ethics in the league. Nobody that ever leaves there will ever talk bad about his work ethic. Stop it. Will ever talk bad about his work ethic. You hear them talk good about his maturity, unless it's about his work ethic. But the New York Knicks, they end up beating the Charlotte Hornets 91 to 115. Now, at half, the New York Knicks blew a lead early in the first half, and that half, we're talking about, they had a 20-point lead. This is a 1-point game at the half. Thank God they got their bearings back, and the third quarter would be kind of close. They only outscored their Charlotte by 5 points in the third quarter, but the explosion in the fourth was really what helped them, as they outscored Charlotte by 10 points in that fourth to add on to what they already did. Hence the 24-point win. Sorry, not at the half. They got what they won in the second quarter. Wasn't at the half. My bad. Now, if you see some of these other games, right? When I say no mercy, I mean absolutely and completely no mercy. This is some of the scores from around the league, where you had Philly up. Where's it at? Not the one I wanted. You had not Philly. We had the Cavs, right, trying to blow out the Hawks, 117-97. You had the Celtics in the fourth quarter up on Chicago, right, 95-121. And this is when things get. This is when things going to get a little testy, a little dicey again, because the Celtics are up, like the Knicks were up. And what did I tell you that we heard R.J. Barrett say? We got to run the score up. Well, here comes Chicago coach. What is it, Rudy Von Donovan, whatever his name is, right? But here comes Chicago's coach, all mad and shit. Come to Celtics coach, hey, you gotta keep doing it. He's upset that he has his guys still scoring. First, the in-season tournament is also showing me what some of these games will look like when teams players didn't function underneath this rule of not wanting to disrespect the game. How is it disrespecting the game because your guys aren't ready to play? Because you don't know how to coach. Because you can't motivate players. Because can't motivate themselves. Because you can't get it together. Because your players can't figure it out. I'm sorry. I didn't see teams showing the New York Knicks mercy, coming to the Garden, beating us by 20, 30, 50 fucking points in the game. No. Now because your pussy ass can't coach and you're getting blown out, you want to complain, oh, it's going to make the game look bad. No, your game look bad. Do a better job coaching. They blowing you out and you still can't show no fucking fight? You're just gonna turn around, put your ass on the pillow, put your head on the pillow, put your ass in the air, and say, take me in the butt as much as you can? I am so thankful for the in-season tournament. You guys have no clue. Because you know it's also shown me? It's shown me who's a professional, who's not. Who cares and who doesn't. For every single player and every single coach that has no clue what's going on for the in-season tournament, what they need to do to score, what they need to do to get in, and let me show how you're running your organization. And then we get to see why your organization is in the bottom of the draft every single year. Who was taking this seriously? Indianapolis Pacers, and we heard about them taking it seriously. The LA Lakers, Kings, Golden State Warriors, New York Knicks, Milwaukee Bucks, Boston Celtics took this seriously. You know, ain't taking it seriously? Washington Wizards. Oh, goes figures. Their players and their coach don't know what the fuck is going on. You know who they say? Bulls. Look at their team. Psh, go figures. Their coach know their players know it. Flipping bottles and showing off. Exactly. They were playing the flip bottle game during Knicks games. Y'all remember that? Now all of a sudden, you don't want to embarrass the game. No, the embarrassment to the game is when you don't coach your team properly. The embarrassment to the game is when you put out an inferior product. The embarrassment to the game is when you can't motivate your players and know your players can't motivate yourselves. Yes, it was embarrassing to be a Knicks fan for 20 fucking years. I said I wasn't going to curse during this podcast. That's out the way. No, man. Because he's Chicago's coach. Go up to the Boston coach. And Boston's coach has to explain to him the rules, what you do to get in and qualify, and how you get in. So you're telling me coming into this in-season tournament game, you didn't know that this team may need to drop 30-point lead on your head for it to be a beneficial game for them to continue to qualify for $500,000. Nah, you ain't know that? Bad coaching. You're playing bad coaching. Bad organization. If I'm looking at Chicago, because every other day we hear about Chicago needing to get rid of players. Remember, this is the team that's supposed to have Jack LaVine, Lonzo Ball, and the guy from Toronto, DeMar DeRozan, amongst other people. At least 3 capable guards. Yet they have been a shit show since they've been there. First underneath this head coach. Can't get it together. Can't do right. You understand? The Chicago Bulls were doing so bad this year, it made Mike Cassell's Charlotte team. Because also his Charlotte team was doing bad. All these coaches All of these coaches that interviewed this year and came out their mouth and said, "Oh, I don't know the rules to this in-season tournament game. If I'm the owner, I'm firing you because you don't take your job seriously. You don't care enough about this game. And if you ain't taking this seriously and you don't, then what makes you think your players are going to take this seriously and your players care?" And look, every single one of that don't know. Look at their team record. Look at their record over the last couple of years. Look at the record underneath that coach. Look where they've gone so far this year. Look at the turnaround. Look at the top. Look at the picks. And you'll start to see these teams are doing bad. Why these coaches are doing bad. Why these players are doing bad. Because you don't know what the fuck is going on in your own goddamn league. You're not a professional. You don't take this seriously enough. That's why you can't play for the Golden State Warriors long term. Why you can't go play for why you can't play for Tom Thibodeau. And I'm glad. How much time I got on the clock? Oh man. You understand? The coach for Boston was being fed live updates of what he needed to do to advance in the in-season tournament. Yet Chicago's coach is over here. What's going on? As an owner, can't waste money on players or coaches who don't know what the fuck is going on in the NBA. Facts. You can't. You're letting your team down. Like, you're letting your team down. You're letting your fan base down. You're letting the organization down. No, granted. Good games. Like I said, we saw the Chicago game, 121-95. Sorry, let me go back. All right. We had versus Toronto. That ended up being a close 92. You guys are right. Miami Heat was a 1-point game. Milwaukee needed that game. They lost that game 199 as Miami Heat continued to show that they have their number because Milwaukee was up late. Wait, hold on. My bad. That's not the final score. Milwaukee may have come back and won that game. Final scores. These aren't final scores. These were just the scores so far at the time. These weren't the final scores. Let's pull that up. Chicago Bulls 124-97. What was that score? Early? Let's pull that back up. It was 121-95. Let's see here. For Brooklyn, they won that game 115-103. And I told you at that time it was 94-92. Just showing how some of these scores were going. Cleveland beat the Hawks 128-105 after they were up 117-97. Where is it at? Yep. And then Milwaukee actually came back. There we go. I thought Milwaukee won that game. And I was saying, like, Milwaukee needed that game. Like, wait, I thought Milwaukee won. Milwaukee ended up coming back and winning that game 131-124. So, believe it or not, for all of the points that the Celtics scored, it still was not enough for them to overtake the New Knicks in the in-season tournament. It was not enough. But I'm telling you, if Milwaukee had lost, though, man, that whole entire in-season tournament would have been turned upside down. At least the rankings of it. Milwaukee won only because Jimmy didn't play. Now, there was a Sacramento game, right? Like, Golden State Warriors, they went to win this game. And even in this game, Golden State Warriors balling early. This Golden State Warriors and Sacramento rivalry has been fire ever since the playing tournament during COVID. This rivalry that's been started with these two teams, fire. Because I also feel like it has rekindled a spark, right? Turned up that fire more. It's Stephen Curry. I feel like that fire, and Sacramento Kings is like, hold on, maybe I need to turn this shit back. Can't keep this on lukewarm. I can't keep this on lukewarm. But unfortunately, they're not consistent with that yet. They were up. The Warriors were up 7-2 to 48. And as you can see, the Sacramento Kings came net from a 24-point deficit to beat the Golden State Warriors. 124 to 123 on a game winner from Malik Noak. This is the in-season tournament. This is what I'm talking about here. Like this, they've been doing this. This is the level of games, and I love. And again, like I mentioned already, I love it for what it has done to spark interest before the Christmas game. Phenomenal. To build some kind of intrigue, right? That kind already into your Tuesday and Friday games, right? To build intrigue into it. Masterful. To come out also in your collective bargaining agreement before you did that and saying, hey, these key games, we don't need to see more than one star at a time. These other two need to suck it up. If you only one star at a time, everybody else suck it up or put yourself to 5 minutes, but no more sitting out. Play 25 shitty minutes, or that, or you get it, or that's it. All right. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I like that because now what's that also guarantees that every Tuesday and every Friday we are going to see the majority of the superstars play now because those are now considered key games early in the season of this. So what we have now for the in-season tournament bracket. In the East, we had Milwaukee number 1. As I said, the Knicks advanced in the wild card, so they're the number 4 seed. They're gonna play the Milwaukee Bucks in the first, and then we have the Indianapolis Pacers playing the Boston Celtics. So, as we can see again, we got 2 teams from the East, and then we have 2 teams and 2 teams from the Midwest. No teams from the South. So no Miami, no Charlotte, not surprising. No Orlando, a little surprising with Orlando. And no, who am I missing? Miami, Orlando, Charlotte, Atlanta. Who else we got in the South? New Orleans? Pelicans? Was it Pelicans? Are they in the South? Nah, I ain't them. It must not matter. Washington. I know. And Washington lacks an adult in the South. Charlotte lacks an adult in the South. Orlando's gonna come up. Miami's gonna come up. And Atlanta lacks an adult in the South. Charlotte, Washington, Atlanta. Not surprised none of those teams are in the in-season tournament. In the West, no, leave the birthdays up there. I don't mind. In the West, we'll have Lakers advancing as number 1 seed. Right? They will take on Phoenix in the first round. Right? And these games are going to be on December 7th, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, hold on. One second. Let's go back a slide. Did I get something wrong? All right, so we got a schedule coming up. Let's see what we got here in the schedule. In-season tournament quarterfinal schedule. Monday, on December 4th, we got Celtics and Pacers, 7:30. Right, the Kings at 10 p.m. on TNT, and that's going to be on TNT. Then on Tuesday, on December 5th, we have Knicks Bucks. And then at 7:30, and the next we have Suns. That's going to be a day. That's a Tuesday too. Ooh, I'm locked in. Locked in that day. Ooh, fully locked in. I'm not doing anything or anybody that day. Nope. Anti-social postal. Washington in the South? Oh, the teams I was missing. Right, so, see, I thought I got December 7th. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Quarterfinals are gonna be between December 4th and December 5th, which is what we just read off there. And then the semifinals starts in Vegas on the 7th. And then on the 9th, the championship in Vegas. So let's go back one bit. As I said to you before, we're gonna have Phoenix and Lakers. That's gonna be a first round matchup. That's a first round matchup. You understand? We may not get that matchup in the playoffs, but we get in the in-season tournament because we're seeing some of these young, not just regular players. Are you surprised to see the New York Knicks here? Let's be honest with you here, because the teams that you see here right now are some of the try-hard teams early in the season. Lakers, knowing how important every game is, and LeBron James realize I can't take games off anymore because I'm in the West. Phoenix Suns, like these are teams that want to get this inaugural championship. You got the Sacramento Kings. They're just a nice young and up and coming team. They're like the Indianapolis Pacers. They're a nice young and up and coming team that they would like to win something now and early to show that, hey, you know what? Like, we can do that. Actually, I mean, maybe the Kings are like the Knicks more than anything else. Some talent here, but a lot more than anything, a lot of it is effort and trying harder than every other team, because every team doesn't take all 82 games seriously. And your coach is going to make you take all 82 games seriously. Like I said, then we got New Orleans. And then maybe New Orleans. No, I can't keep comparing both sides. Again, New Orleans, another young team. Like Indy. Just hungry. Kind of want to be in there. Show your name. Show face. Try to get one of these young tournaments. Boston Celtics. Young team that we've been saying that they've knocked on the door for how long now? Made it to an NBA championship already. Lost badly. For them to come away with something that gives them a boost of momentum, a boost of confidence in the in-season tournament championship. Giannis, just following the coach, like shoot them on and have guys talk about the bodies later. I want them all. I want all the rings. I want all the gold. I'm loving this in-season tournament. I'm loving it. And like I'm telling you, like it is. It's really also a payday, right? It's been a boost in the payday for the NBA, and it's a boosted payday for the players. You like I said, if you don't think that $500,000 means something to these NBA players, you're just a narcissist, and you're delusional. Like whatever world that you live in where you judge athletes, you're completely delusional. Because you know what? The way I like to think of this isn't just this isn't just something for now, for the future. This is something to sell and package so that you can add another source of revenue to come in for you and the owners to share in your next collective bargaining agreement. This is another $50 million a year, baby. Right? For a quick little 2-month tournament. Sponsors, television rights, whatever. Streaming rights. To go ahead and just add to that pool money. Not that cesspool money, but the NBA pool money of shared players. But speaking of raising in D, right? Or speaking of raising in D, it's raising in dollars for the NBA. Well, for us, it's just raising in D, right? Don't forget that we have Blue Chew for you guys. What is Blue Chew, you ask? I'm glad that you asked. Blue Chew just has to be a little blue pill that can get through. Let's open up a pack and head straight to a sack. Just a few chews before you do. Has the same active ingredients as this. So this is one opportunity that you just can't miss. For a very low cost, you can beat it up like a boss, and she will champ when you Blue Chew in. And if you use my promo code of GSSS, you can get your first order of Blue Chew for free. Yes, folks, for the free. All you gotta do is pay for shipping and handling, take your postal workers, whether you need it or you want it. We got a Blue Chew for you. We go to what your style is: doggy style, Michigan, froggy style, jackhammer style, Amazon style. Got a Blue Chew for you. ATM style, Blue Chew for you. Because when it comes to Blue Chew, not only is it gonna make you said you were doing the DM, he's also gonna do all the things that you was just thinking in your head. When it comes to Blue Chew, there's only two things you need to know about. You chew it, and then you do it. By golly. Know what I mean? Dale. I reckon. Mm. Mm. Speaking about a Raisin D. Speaking about getting in D. Before we start. Fuck it. I already gave you the segue, man. I already gave you the line. So I gotta follow through now. I gotta follow. Fuck it. This icon, billionaire, and what may soon to be former Cavs owner, Mark Cuban, has agreed to sell the majority shares or majority stake of the Dallas Mavericks. I know. I'm shocked too. Believe it or not. I am super shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought Mark Cuban would ride this out and be one of these long-term owners because also outside of the poor sexual culture that he had popped up as far as the Dallas Mavericks organization was concerned, he's always been a model owner and constantly setting the standard for others to constantly have to live up to because he constantly was embarrassing them from the moment he stepped foot out of an NBA owners board meeting. If you haven't heard by now, Mark Cuban is officially selling the Dallas Mavericks. He bought the Dallas Mavericks $85 million, and he will be selling it for a whopping. When I say whopping, I mean profit blocking $3.5 billion. Yes, from 285 million to 3.5 billion. That's basically a $3 billion profit. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure he's also spent about $3.2 billion into this. But I'm also made well over the pre. You know what I mean? But as I said, we've known Mark Cuban from the moment he has stepped foot in the NBA organization, right? Owners organization more than anything else. That or CEO's organization, whatever you want to call it. He has constantly tried to raise the bar. He came in as the tech savvy guy, right? The young guy in the NBA, and saw a lot of NBA owners and NBA franchises were functioning, and he said, "Fuck that, we're going against the grain." I like to say that he took a lot of his business model from the late on. Don't go against the grain because going against the grain is going to get you the Lake Show. You go with the grain and you get the Clippers. And who do you want to be? Do you want to be the Clippers or do you want to be the Lakers? This is back then. Still to this day, who do you want to be? The Clippers or the Lakers? Nah, let's keep it back then. Some of you may want to play with Russ and Kawhi Leonard and Paul George over LeBron and AD. And then you only think in short term, and I'm talking about historically. We heard about Mark Cuban when he came in, having completely renovated the facility and making it a modernized multi-million billion dollar facility. Away players loved visiting. How many? Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. How many arenas, courts, rinks, stadiums have you ever heard the away team looks forward to visiting that stadium? Had a legendary appeal to it. Unless it had some kind of history attached to it. Nah, for the people wanting to visit the Dallas Mavericks, they wanted to go play there because it was the only organization handing out gourmet to the away players. The only organization that had updated facilities in a locker room for the away team. The away team. So they were doing for their players. Because this is the scraps. And it still looks better than basically what people had their own shit. That's Mark Cuban. That was the Mark Cuban effect. Raising the bar consistently in the NBA and towards player treatment. Analytics, player development. But also having his organizations be one of top foreign scouting teams as well. Because those guys are needed too, believe it or not. Not only did he come up with revolutionized stadium, right? And just function different of how owners treated players. But he very quickly rose to be one of the prominent voices and figureheads of the NBA. Just think about this. We've known about Mark Cuban since we stepped on the field. I bought his team. There are a lot of people who the hell their owner is. And this is one of those few examples where you know who the owner is and it has no negative connotations to it. Not one, none, nada, zero, zilch. His level of involvement doesn't feel like it's too much. His player treatment seems spot on. The only time he's had any kind of feedback or anything on his way was the worst environment scandal that they had a couple years ago, because the people that he put in charge there made it a sexually uncomfortable place for women to work at. And a lot of assumption would thought that he had fostered that environment. The moment he found out about it, he shut it all the way the fuck down. Completely shut it. Changed management. Got rid of the people that helped foster this behavior. Got in a new team. Got in some therapists. Got in some counselors. Got an independent figure to come and do this investigation. You don't have to worry about looking biased and anything like that. And would go with the punishment that they handed down, even if it meant him as well. Leadership. I know it says majority stake, so he could just be selling 50%. As an NBA organization, I'm telling you right now, we're gonna miss Mark Cuban. I don't know if we're gonna miss LeBron James. I'm sorry, I'm joking. We build a museum for, but we're gonna miss Mark Cuban as an owner. We are definitely gonna miss Mark Cuban as an owner. I really feel like my bone. Now, if this, thank you guys for using the promo code. It was there for you. If this whole selling thing is a preemptive strike against a scandal that is coming his way, I take all this back. Because I'm gonna have to walk it back there. I'm gonna have to. But along as all this is on the up and up. Like we gonna miss. I feel like Mark Cuban is one of the better owners in the NBA. And I really feel like he's been one of the more better and also level-headed owners of the NBA. Now, I wanted to backtrack real quick, right? Because we talked about the in-season tournament earlier, and we were mentioning about the individuals that were taking this seriously, who weren't taking this seriously, the players, teams, and everything else like that. Well, believe it or not, there's not just a championship. I'm pretty sure you guys also know that there's a NBA in-season tournament cup MVP. Yeah. So all of these are in play. Not just, hey, who's going to be the first chip winner? Who's going to be the first MVP? The names that are not expecting to see here, we see. Tyrese Halliburton from Indiana. DeMontis Sabonis, Sacramento. I think expect LeBron James to be of any MVP talk. Even if he had missed half this season, he would have been in this talk. His name is that great alone. And right here on the MyT Sports Podcast, we love ourselves some LeBron James. And also, a young up-and-coming star, Paolo. Very rightfully so, because Banchero may not be MVP talks this year. Like Halliburton, like Sabonis. These three of these guys will probably never be, not never, but it's this year. Just this year, probably won't be in the MVP. But for this in-season tournament cup MVP, oh yeah, we're gonna talk about them. They in the talks. Because this is also, look at me now. This is like this almost feels like a rising star and a rising team champion in the middle of the season. That's Steph. We here on the MyT Sports Podcast, yes, we do love LeBron James. You see, we have a couple of early MVP candidates, right? And listen, again, I'm gonna be watching. So, and then what we've seen so far, Indiana's in it, LA in it. The only two players that are not in it, that have players that are qualifying for the MVP, is Paulo Banchero, Orlando Magic, and Stephen Curry with the Golden State Warriors. And the Golden State Warriors got knocked out by Sacramento. But we do, though. We do. Do we not? Got my co-host over here. He over here making fun of me. He over here talking about what he said. You love LeBron James. A bunch of emojis looking sideways. Man, LMFAO. He said, you got to stop this shit. Laughing emoji. But I have said no lies. We do love LeBron James on the MyT Sports Podcast. Big love for the big homie. For the little bro. For the big little bro. Big love. You understand? Like, you understand LeBron James. I don't have his sounder up already. Else I would play it for you. You know, he is this generation's GOAT. This is your king. In the multiverse where he never comes back and gets that chrome from Warmonger. But this is I forgot he's the little homie. He's the little homie. He forget he's younger than me. He's the what? Oh man. Stop it. I said, oh, guys, hope there's no scandal. I hope there's no scandal. So let's continue to move on, right? The in-season tournament MVP isn't gonna really break news, right? It's not gonna shock anybody. I don't know if shock's the right word, right? But it's not gonna move anybody. You're gonna hear about the in-season tournament MVP, and you're gonna be like, okay, that's cool. We're gonna know who the inaugural winner is, and as this thing picks up more steam over the years, right? If it's something that's continued, then we'll remember and we'll highlight it. We'll the first winner of the tournament. But if this thing fizzles out, then we'll be like, hey, remember when the NBA had this weird ass in-season tournament and LeBron James won, Halliburton won the first MVP. But it was still fun times. I don't care what you guys say. For the people that don't like the in-season tournament, you just don't like basketball. Like, who are the guys that if you play NBA 2K, you skip the whole regular season just to get to the playoffs? And that's you. That's you. That's not me. I like the story. I want the roller coaster. I want the ups and downs. I want the days of our lives. Whether that's Dallas or that's with all my children. But I want it. I want the soap opera that is the NBA. We got some breaking news. We actually got some news that will move some people. And I know he's going to like, damn, you just got here? Josh Giddy. Let's just say that. Like, if we didn't have a Josh Giddy to talk about, this probably would have been the MyT topic of the day. Would have been. But instead, Josh Giddy and his intellectual behaviors took the lead topic. Because you didn't know, Josh Giddy has been accused of fucking a 15-year-old. They are not cooperating right now, but she did post on Instagram that she is fucking Josh Giddy, with Josh Giddy naked in the back, standing right behind her. And another video of Josh affirming by holding her, tonguing her down, saying that's my girlfriend. So, well, let's just get you guys caught. That led the show. That had, but we got some real good. We got some juicy shit, especially if you're. Especially if you're a Jets fan. Especially if you are a Jets fan. We got some pure
MyT.
That's a 5-star reggae horn right there. We had to, because Aaron Rodgers has been cleared. Aaron has been cleared for practice. See, this was like hearing James Dolan was resigning. Just enough to excite us. Aaron Rodgers cleared to get back, which is a step, which is a big step. Be facetious, but it's a big step. Remember, we're in week what? Week 11, 13, 12, 13. So 3 months ago, Aaron Rodgers went down with an Achilles injury. We're talking about the injury that killed Troy. Yet he's back, ready to practice in football. Granted, practice. Meaning that is he cleared for contact, or is he cleared to just now be amongst the fellas and can start throwing balls to the fellas? Pause. He's been cleared for practice. Does being cleared for practice mean that he's going to play? I'd be hard pressed, but there's no guarantee. He could have a setback, a minor setback, and we could find ourselves right back between Josh Giddy and Todd Boyle, or Tim Boyle. Boiling water. Lukewarm boiling water. Can't boil. Won't boil. That's the end of that cup. Yowzers. My nephew is ooh. Congratulations to my nephew. My nephew's pregnant. You know what I mean? My nephew's about to have a baby. Like I knew one of them would surpass me. I knew one of you would surpass. I'm proud of you for being the first one to surpass me. I'm not gonna say if we was taking a pool, I probably would have bet my money on you. So appreciate you, nephew. Appreciate you. Mm-mm-mm. You understand? Like we're week 13. Aaron Rodgers went down in week 1. 4 plays into week, Aaron Rodgers go down. So it's 12 weeks there. That's 4. That's 3. That's 3 months. Aaron Rodgers is back ready. If Aaron Rodgers wants to play, the Jets are going to let him to play. It's that simple. If Aaron Rodgers wants to play, the Jets will allow him to play. There's no holding back. There's no letting go. They're looking at him like, yo, you're my quarterback. If you want to play, we won't play. Now, the timing, I get it. The Jets are 1 loss away from being in the top 5 in the draft. I get it. In the standings, there is a slim, so slim, so very, very slim chance. The fuck? Oh, okay. No, wait. The fuck? Oh, okay. The New York Jets can make a playoff run. The very slim chance. Now, as I hear that Aaron Rodgers is coming back this year, do I think that that's reality? No. What I do assume is that Aaron Rodgers is going to probably try to come back and knock some of that rust off late in the year. Try to get some rhythm with these guys late in the year, so that when he comes back next year, this is not the first time going game speed with these guys like it was going to be at the beginning of this season. If this year is a wash, I get to come out here free willy. Pause. I got to come out here loose as a goose. Pause. Right? I get you get to go out here and just do your GOAT thing. Throw it or not. Pause. Throw it or run. Throw it or run. It doesn't matter. But I don't look at it as, oh, here comes Aaron Rodgers. He's going to play and he's going to salvage the Jet season. No. Calm down. That's not what this is. Pump your brakes, shorty. This is all about just getting some momentum, getting some rhythm, getting a feel for the guys to see if Alan Lazard really can't catch a fucking ball or if it's Zach Wilson. See the differences between having Zach and Aaron Rodgers, right? If the players were starting to get a little unmotivated, don't you think that motivation level is starting to creep back up now a little bit? As they see Aaron Rodgers clearing for practice, if the Jets were at their lowest point last week in motivation, don't you think it's been risen up a little bit now? When Aaron Rodgers comes and he plays, don't you think that motivation now starts to rise now? Now, if things start to look a little bit better, right? They finish up the end of the season. Well, we got 5 games left. They finished 3-2 behind Aaron Rodgers. Maybe they finished 2-2 behind Aaron Rodgers. But you start to see the 300-yard games. You start to see the movement. You start to see the flow of the offense. You start to see some of the timing starting to develop. Is that not worth something? Versus waiting for a whole nother year to try to get all of this done? Where you could take the last 4 games this season that don't matter anymore to try to get that worked out. Try to figure out which one of these guys you may want to keep, who you're going to separate, who you're going to use as trade bait for Devontae Adams. Is that not worth it to have Aaron Rodgers come? Now, if Aaron Rodgers goes back down and now Aaron Rodgers just injured again, yeah, I get it. But you can't live your life in fear. You bubble wrap motherfucker, you. Take your kids off the leash. Eventually, you're gonna have to go out here and let him go out there. He's a 39-year-old grown ass man. If he think he got something to give, still let him go. Because the level of risk that you have playing football at 39 is no different at 29 or no different at 19. Your body may be beat up, but you still have the same risk of being knocked out this game, the same risk of injury, the same risk of not being the same as what you were yesterday. That's still it. That's still real. And if you already come to grips with all of that, then let's go out and play ball. That's all that's left. So the Jets' next opponent, if I'm not mistaken, is I don't know, what am I guessing? Just gonna look that shit up. Pull up to my bumper, baby. What? Pull up to my bumper, baby. Oh, right here. Playoff. You know what? I'm gonna have to go back to that. I just saw something else earlier. This week on a bye, we have Baltimore Ravens on a bye, Buffalo Bills on a bye, Chicago Bears on a bye, Oakland on a bye, Las Vegas Raiders on a bye as well. Minnesota Vikings on a bye, and the New York Giants, they've been on a bye all year. New York Jets this week are going to take on the Atlanta Falcons. This is a winnable game. This is a winnable game. Aaron Rodgers or not, this is a winnable game. You can get Aaron Rodgers back for this game and still win. Like I said, the Jets, there's a weird belief system that's going on with the Jets right now. I'm telling you right now, there's a weird belief system that's going on with the Jets. And I know there's some people that think that, yo, Aaron Rodgers back. You beat Atlanta. We 5-7. Right? So and so loses here. So and so loses there. A lot of what if over here. A lot of what if over there. Everywhere what if. Every day what if. Old McDonald had a farm. What if yo. I just want to take a look at this quick playoff picture. Stay up to date with your favorite team. Because I want to see if the Jets fall anywhere in this playoff picture. And if they do, obviously, it's gonna still be in the hunt for that wild card position. So let's take a look. See, all right? Let's take a look. What do we have here so far? Sitting on the top of the NFC. We have the Philadelphia Eagles right now currently claiming that bye, followed by the San Francisco 49ers. Sorry, Philadelphia Eagles with a record of 10-1 currently claiming that bye, followed by the San Francisco 49ers with a record of 8-3. Lions also share the same record in the third spot with a record of 8-3 as well. Like I said, all those teams are first in their divisions. Right, Eagles first in the NFC East, San Francisco 49ers first in the NFC West, Lions in the North, and then we have the Atlanta Falcons with their 5-6 record, first in the NFC South. Now, the thing about the NFC South is that they kind of suck. Right, next up, I think you have the Saints as the same record as well. Tampa Bay on one loss being them. And then you have the Carolina Panthers with nowhere to be found, because I just heard recently that the Carolina Panthers owner goes into the coaches meeting and gives the head coach plays that he would like ran during the game. This is when you're supposed to give me a little signal phone. He gives in about a half a dozen to a dozen plays every game that he would like played. No wonder they're longer running plays that are supposed to be successful in Carolina. Like, it all makes sense now. I'm sorry, that was Chicago I had this thought pattern about. Oh, never mind. Right? Well, we have the Atlanta Falcons in fourth. Next up, we have the second in the NFC East. Right, they're coming up in the fifth spot. Dallas Cowboys. Then the second in the NFC West, we have the Seattle Seahawks, and also second in the NFC North, right, we have the Minnesota Vikings. Those are the teams that make up your seventh team so far, and they're sitting right there on the bubble. Right, I'm just going to mention these 5 and 6 teams: Green Bay Packers, LA Rams, New Orleans Saints. All those guys kind of lingering. third in the NFC North, third in the NFC West, second in the NFC South. Believe it or not, the New York Giants have not been eliminated from the playoffs. Not yet. Believe it or not, the New England Patriots are still the worst team in the AFC. And the Jets are in there in the playoff, in that hunt. I mean, even though they're still, they're third in the AFC East. Behind, we know the two teams they're behind. Their record of 4-7, like I said, is not that far off. The wild card winner has a record of 6-5. Like, that's what the wild card is holding. So, in the AFC, we have the Ravens up top with a record of 9-3, followed by the Chiefs, right? With leading the AFC West with a record of 8-3. Holding down the AFC South for the Jacksonville Jaguars with a record of 8-3, and also because this is a copycat league and everybody wants to be like the Chiefs, we have the Miami Dolphins also leading the AFC East with a record of 8-3 as well. Then popping up after that in these wild card spots, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers, second in the AFC North, record 7-4. Cleveland Browns, 7-4, AFC North as well. You know what I mean? They third over there. And then we got the Indianapolis Colts, AFC South, 6-5. And then we got a bunch of bubble teams, right, with 6 wins, right? 6-5 Houston Texans, 6-5 Denver Broncos as they continue to rise up in these rankings. And also the 6-6 Buffalo Bills as they keep taking embarrassing loss after embarrassing loss. Started with the first one they took to the New York Jets with no Aaron Rodgers. It's crazy. Like bananas. Like it's crazy banana and a banana and a Santa Tana. Banana man. You know what? You know what I need? I need to relax my mind, let my conscience be free. I'm gonna take a quick smoke break. You guys can take one too. It's okay. I won't hold it against you. Ooh. With so much drama in this crazy world, I'm just crumbling earth. I'm just crumbling earth. In this crazy world, I'm just crumbling earth. I'm just crumbling earth. Nigga never hit. Yeah, there we ski. I'm gonna beat. Oh shit. Yeah, that was good. You know what? I think since we're talking about it, I think it's the perfect time for us to take a little quick army break. Podbean, you guys ready for that? Yeah, I think they are. We're gonna take a quick army break, right? When we come back, we're gonna get into the last hour of the podcast, or the last segment of the podcast. We don't know if it has to take an hour. We don't know if that's gonna take an hour or yet or not. When we come back, we're gonna get into some Thursday night football. Into that matchup. We got Survivor Series results. And we also got some news about P. Diddy. We have all that and more coming up back next right here on the MyT Sports Podcast. Hey, yo, give me a big picture just to black my face so I can go ahead and play this music for them real quick.
They didn't join this team to win championships, to become famous. They joined because there is important work
Podbean, don't go nowhere. I got a new feed for you.
Able to do it.
Look for the new feed, Podbean. Look for the new feed.
Better educated,
You know how this works by now?
led, and equipped than any team in history. They are doctors, lawyers, engineers, technologists, and combat troops,
A-Rap money.
all
Hey,
prepared for whatever comes their
money.
way. You'll find them when the lights don't flash, and the only contract they sign is with themselves
my bad.
and their country. One day, they may be asked what they did to make a difference in this world, and they can respond, I became a soldier.
So I'm gonna leave this up there real quick for all of my soldiers out there, right? For all my not just all my Army veterans, all my military veterans, like all my veterans, period, right? All of my military people, Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, and cakes, all of you, right? Even you first responders, right? And like all you first responders as well, right? Firefighters, ambulance workers, cops. You can stay in your corner, right? Stay in your lane. We don't want you over here. I said what I said. Okay, but see, cuz like you got the Army pass underneath you, so that's only why you get like half you get to pass. If you guys are Army veteran, right, military veteran, go ahead and click on vettix.com. You guys can see I have a little promo code for the bottom of you. And what vettix.org does, right? It allows you to receive, I want to say free, but they're not quite free, but they're highly discounted tickets to local events. And I should say free because generally all you really are paying is a service charge. So why don't you give your past service a charge and click my little promo code, click the little QR code that you see right there, sign up for vettix.org and start seeing which events that you can start attending in your local areas. And we're talking everything. We're talking about basketball. Thank you. We're talking about basketball, professional college, football, professional college, tennis matches, wrestling matches, boxing events, car shows, circus, monster trucks. You name it. We got greens, potatoes, hams, right? You name it. They have an event out there for you. And if you are a veteran, this is their little way of saying thank you. And not just them, because a lot of these tickets are donated. A lot of these tickets are donated from other individuals and other organizations. So this is their way of saying thank you for your service. And we want to thank you guys for thanking us for our service. You are very welcome. Try it out. Vettix.org. You won't regret it. I've seen so far. I think I've only utilized it maybe 3-4 times. I've been to a car show. I was at the only Mayweather event that he did in the States. I made it down to the Wu-Tang concert. Wait, was that something different? Wait, am I confusing the Wu-Tang? Did I have to do the Wu-Tang myself? We could give them credit for Wu-Tang. The Wu-Tang and Nas concert, right? Monday Night Football, Miami Dolphins versus Tennessee. I got tickets for that. tickets, that's available. FC Orlando tickets, those are available. I haven't been to those, but I got the Monday night ticket reserved. Y'all just wait. I gotta get me a hockey game in there. I got to get me a hockey game in there, but I will. You just wait. You just wait. I will get a hockey game in there. I'm gonna be there cold as fuck by myself. Go Rangers. But veterans at home, you know what I mean? Accept your thank yous. And also, organizations and individuals that would like to donate to VetTix, like to donate tickets, you can also click on that QR code as well, and you can sign up for an account so you'll be able to donate tickets to your veterans as well. I'm gonna leave that QR code up there for us a little bit longer. Go ahead and pull that down for me, though. Let's get a little more into some other better team sports, right? We got a Thursday night football matchup coming up, and Thursday night football. What can I say about Thursday night football that hasn't already been said about it? It isn't a particularly riveting game. It doesn't have teams or quarterbacks that you feel like they're moving you. Nah, I'm lying. This Thursday is kind of different. This Thursday is actually kind of a little bit different. We have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going Seahawks. Let's see what you know right off the bat. Regardless of what I say here, I'm going Seahawks. Yowzers. We have Dak Prescott, the Dallas Cowboys, who's been looking still fairly well against Mike McCarthy. Dallas, again, you only can play the teams that are set out in front of you. Let's just put it this way. I don't know who Dallas's 3 losses are to. I don't know who their 3 losses are to the way that I know who Miami Dolphins losses are to. If that makes any sense. Because we all know that thank you. Because we all know that the Dolphins have a record of 8-3, but we also know the Dolphins haven't beaten a team over 500. Well, neither have the Dallas Cowboys. The thing that I don't know is if they've lost to a team under 500. Because for the Miami Dolphins, they've only lost to teams above 500. Actually, for the Miami Dolphins, if you were to say coming into this year, who are the 3 best teams in the league, they probably would have. You would have heard some kind of combination of Kansas City, Philly, and Buffalo. From a good majority of the people, from a good portion of the people. And those are the 3 people that we know that Miami Dolphins have lost to. For the... you really grind my gears. For the Dallas Cowboys, let's take a look. Let's see if we can pull this up real quick. Let's see who they've lost to. First, and while I look that up, this is part of the reason why I'm picking Seattle to win this game, because Dallas hasn't beaten anybody over 500. And Seattle actually has something to play for still. Let's see. They lost to the Arizona Cardinals under. Damn. Wait, come on. Let me get. They lost to the San Francisco 49ers. Okay. Legit. Philly. Okay. Legit. So they lost to the 2 teams that they'll have to beat if they go to NFC. And Arizona. The Arizona one kind of stinks. I don't have a lot of faith in Dallas. And I know it's hard to say that about a team that has a record of 8-3. Well, I just kind of pointed out to you already. They haven't beaten anybody so far this year. So for all of the doubt that people used to get, for all of the doubt that the New York Giants came into last year for having a weak schedule. Well, you know who also had a weak schedule last year? The Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And we knew, while all 3 of them had a flood schedule, we knew some of them were for real and some of them were fugazi. Philadelphia shows you again that they're for real, because they're benefiting from the same schedule. And Dallas kind of shows you that they are who we thought they were. That if they had to play a consistent dose of qualifying teams, they would probably not do so well. This Seattle game, as much as Seattle needs it, they come in this game a little bit looser, a little bit more church's money, a lot less pressure. Oh shit! The WSN, what's going on? That's funny. That's twice in the same week. That's 2 radio stations I used to be a part of. What's going on, peoples? What's going on? I'm gonna go with Pete Carroll. I'm gonna go with DJ Metcalf, and I'm gonna go with Geno Smith. When it comes to this matured version of Geno Smith and Dak Prescott, put them on the same level. I'm sorry. I put them on the same level. Now, there's also coming from the person that made that the realization and defend Dak Prescott for a little bit, because you let the media tell it, you would swear that Dak Prescott has thrown the most interceptions in the last 4 or 5 years. And that's not the case. That's Josh Allen in Buffalo. But that just goes to show you how much how much your location matters. Because you would think that Josh Allen may get that same kind of scrutiny because he's in New York, but he's in Buffalo. He's damn in a whole other country. It's 7 hours to get to the city. I call. I'll ask most of you. If you drive from 7 hours from where you're at right now, are you still in the same state? That's Buffalo to New York City. That's also in a weird way, Miami to Jacksonville. But Jacksonville takes a curve though. Like that's only because Florida, like to get to Jacksonville, you have to come straight up, which you can clear in actually decent time. But it's that, but you have to start going west across, and that cross is like another added on. Yeah, fold it over, you'll see. Yowzers. So yeah, so I'm going with Seattle in this game. But I'll be keeping an eye on it tonight. Of course, I'm gonna keep an eye on it tonight. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I generally don't like to watch the NFL in ways that the NFL can register their ratings and get credit for it. But for Thursday night games, I do. Thursday night games, I do because they have that play vision that highlights players and stuff like that and gives them nice little lines. And I like watching the different presentation of the game, the alternative presentation of the game. That's always pretty dope to me. Now, what I could not get into is the Nickelodeon slime one, but that's not meant for me. I think that's meant more between of the ages of 4 to 14, maybe. Those are to capture those fans. What's the spread on tonight's game? You have that up? Give me a second. Let's pull that up. Dallas Cowboys have to show that they can beat teams over 500 on a regular basis. And to be honest with you, even beating Seattle won't be that impressive because they are barely a 500 team. And I'm telling you, that's going to be the narrative. So Dallas can't win for losing. Like when Dallas plays, they are not only highly judged, they're judged like a college team. Like you gotta beat these guys, and you gotta beat them by a lot. Right? He wants you to do the NBA in-season tournament when it comes to this. Like you point differentials gonna matter here. Like if you beat Seattle, you gotta convincingly beat Seattle. You gotta beat by like 17 points for us to be like, okay, you guys did, sir. I get it. I get it. What is it? What? Oh, hell nah. The Dallas Cowboys. Is Geno Smith not playing? Hold on. What is the Seattle Seahawks injury report? You're a 9.5-point favorite. Hold on. What can I get here? What's the money line? What does that mean? Hold on. I'm about to do some research. What does betting the money line mean? Let's see. Moneyline bets are wagers placed on a game's outcome. In essential, they are bets in which team or competitor will win any given match. They're a 9.5-point favorite. I got Seattle winning this game. And it's plus 350 on Seattle. I gotta find a parlay. I really do. Let's see here. Because I'm all in on Seattle. I really am. I truly am. That's a large spread too. Not for nothing. So two things here. You're not gonna add. I don't think you're gonna get money on the cover. One, I believe that Seattle's gonna cover that spread. Let's get that written down. But I also believe that they're gonna win flat out as well too. So one, I think they're gonna cover and they'll win. Now they don't gotta win by plus nine points, do they? No. But I know what's going on. But so yeah, I think I'm gonna rock with I'm gonna take the money line on Seattle. I don't know shit about gambling. I do this shit for like less fun than what other people do this for. I just throw a random bet here and there. I don't know shit about gambling. This is wild. I'm about to put 250 on this. That's $2.50. I ain't trying to lose money. Nah, actually, I probably won't. I'm actually lying. Hmm. Hmm. Telling you, I'm really debating on this bet. I could bet 50 to win 175. Could bet a little 500 to bet. Oh, you know what? Let me stop being greedy. Bet 100 a bit to win 350. I'm gonna be stressing over this game. See, it's why I don't bet. I don't want to stress over this. I don't want to stress over this game tonight. I'm gonna watch this very peacefully while playing 2K and just chilling. But yeah, folks, I'm gonna have to start. I might have to start wondering: is this my Dallas hatred? Is any part of this my disdain for the Dallas Cowboys playing a factor in here? Because I do believe you're going to cover the spread, Seattle. That's first of all. There's no money in covering the spread. I do also believe they're going to win this game flat out. So if that's the case, is this how these things always? How come more people don't always bet the money line? The money lines don't normally look this lucrative. 200, 120, 160, 130. Ooh, man, Miami and Washington, 450, 325. If you think Washington could win flat out, okay. I'm really curious. How go more people don't bet the money line? Ooh, what's a money bag pick? Who's gonna score the first touchdown? Oh, that's a random selection. You know what? Let's do this. No, leave that there. Leave that there too. All right. I'm trying to put this bet in. Why are they playing with me? Trying to get. I'm gonna do a money bag bet. Let's see if I hit a money bag bet. What's the NBA money bag bet for NBA championship? Ooh, no. Why isn't my thing working? Okay, let's try this. Reset this page. We'll come back to that. I see a couple of interesting bets I want to put in. I see some interesting bets I think I want to put in. Wait, what?
Wait, what? Has this always been like this? Oh, word? I'm gambling. My bad, peoples. And we're like, yo, how come he ain't saying nothing? I'm gambling. You know what? I could've- no, they wouldn't allow me. Alrighty. Ooh, my stomach hurts. Let's continue with this. All right. Speaking about stomach hurting, right? There's been a lot of let's call them attacks. There's been a lot of allegations on these lately, right? And I think a couple weeks ago we heard some allegations that revolved around Puff Daddy and his former girlfriend. I forget who the hell she was. I ain't gonna lie. I really do. I completely forget who the hell she was. Cassie. There we go. Right. We had some things about him and Cassie. Well, we heard that that this I want to say allegations. There we go. But the charges that the charges were quickly settled financially in civil court, which led to a couple of other allegations and court cases. One also involving one of P Diddy's running mate, long time running mates. So Jamie Foxx got caught up in the shrapnel, a bunch of other individuals. But what we've heard more recently is that P Diddy is stepping down as the CEO of Revolt. Make sure I saw that right. Let's see, Diddy stepping down, and he could just be stepping down as a board member. Here we go. Yeah, he steps down as a chairman. There we go. As a chairman of Revolt, amongst all the sexual assault charges and allegations. Because I know you guys have heard it. You're getting just like I'm here talking about Josh Giddy. You know what I mean? Being accused of smashing 15-year-old chicks, right? You hear of a podcast. They're out here, and they are fully having conversations about what Diddy used to do with female rappers. You know what I mean? How they were groomed, or how Diddy wants to have sex with juicy somebody, right? Who's involved with his last ex, right? Like it's kind of it's real crazy. But the only thing I find the only thing I find odd, right? And peculiar even, is that they're talking about these Diddy sex parties. Diddy has you come to his mansion and have these sex parties, naked women here, sex in this room, this going on here, this going on there. Before I even get to the name I'm gonna mention, is this not what we've always thought and heard of from Hollywood? Sex parties here, sex parties there, drugs, alcohol, all kinds of crazy shit. No, my bad. Maybe what the fuck that noise? Oh, somebody's running out with their motorcycle. Maybe I'm the only delusional one that remembers hearing about
Hollywood and celebrities, sex parties, and people having these big ass orgies and all this stuff. I could have swore these are the tales that we have grown up in since we've heard about Hollywood, started from as early as the 50s. This is 70 years of what I've just thought of Hollywood always was. And part of what comes with going to Hollywood, as you say you can lose yourself in Hollywood. It's nothing but sex, alcohol, and drugs. That's DNA. So now we have witness. So now we hear about all the people that may have attended Diddy's sex parties. I wonder how many of these people attended Hugh Hefner's sex parties when Hugh Hefner was alive. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the stuff that revs me up. This part that fezes me up. This is the stuff that gets my dick hard and soft, right? Is Will was just saying, and granted, Hugh Hefner had to fight for a couple of decades through the FCC and a lot of the government for appropriate and inappropriateness, right? And they came after him. It's like they came after the other guy, the hustler guy, right? But that's the government coming after him. So unless all of these individuals now that are speaking out are government plants or have been incentivized by the government to go ahead and talk on Diddy's name and his sex parties, what is the difference between Diddy's sex parties and Hugh Hefner's sex parties? Hugh Hefner didn't just have sex parties. He built the organization, a magazine, and $1 billion company off of it. Even without him, there's still Playboy. So going to the Playboy mansion wasn't going to a giant sex party. Halloween, New Year's, summer, spring, fall, Tuesday. Hey, it's Titty Tuesday. Let's have a party. Put your pussy on live right now. I'll give you $1,000. Like, is that not what we knew who Hugh Hefner as? The owner of Hustle, I'm forgetting his name. Why is it Diddy's party? Because it's a black man's party? See, these are the concerns. These are the concerns. Not I know the government went after Hugh Hefner and the owner of Hustler. It wasn't his own people's. Talk about, man, you can't go to these parties nasty. No. They talked about his party so much that everybody, regardless of sex, race, color, creed, or financial status, wanted to go to a Hugh Hefner party. So what if Diddy is recreating his own black version of Hugh Hefner parties? Where's the issue? Why are we getting into his sexual life if everything is consensual and everything is with people of age? Like, I wish they had this kind of energy when it came to other individuals, right? Like Oklahoma City Thunder's guard, Josh Giddy. Like, I wish the energy that you gave to Diddy's sex party, you would give to the allegations of Josh Giddy, not even so much allegations, but you would give to the allegations of Josh Giddy smashing a 15-year-old. With her saying it. With him in the back. Naked. Throwing up West Virginia signs. Sorry, West Virginia. I don't know how you caught that shrapnel. But this is in Oklahoma. My bad. I'm sorry. But everybody else who's not from West Virginia, you know what I mean. Oh, man. I just get curious. Like I said, I don't know a lot. I don't know a lot. That's why I'm asking questions more than anything else. What is the fundamental difference between Diddy's parties and Hugh Hefner's? That's it. That's all I want to know. And if I could, look up his name one time. Because as soon as I see it, I'm gonna remember. I'll know it's him. What was his name? Yep, Junior. There we go. Now, like I said, and Larry Flynn, see, first thing that pops up, he fought several First Amendment cases several high-profile legal battles over the First Amendment because of pornographic videos, pornographic television, and a channel named Hustle. Like, you understand? But nobody was complaining about the parties. Like, he's fighting the government on stuff that he's televising and showing on TV and stuff like that. Nobody's complaining about the parties. You have to. Who's complaining about the parties? If I came to any able-bodied person right now and be like, yo, would you like to go to a Hugh Hefner party? You're like, yo, how fast can we get there? We snuck into Hugh Hefner pool parties when we went to go visit Vegas. That bitch was crowded. I don't get you guys. I don't get the unequal level of outrage. But we're going to make sure we call you out on it. Because we ain't going to let you turn on our peoples. Sorry. We're not going to let you turn on our peoples over all this shit. I think this is wild. Where's my ashtray at? You know? Okay, I got to repack this bowl. We're going to end the podcast here soon. Let me see how much time we got left. I'm not probably going to spend my remaining time here. But I may give you a solid 20 on this next topic. We had a nice show today. It was smooth. We didn't have a lot of callers, so things we just kind of got through everything real simple. Like WWE had an event recently. Their November pay-per-view, which is called Survivor Series. Now, as much as the pay-per-view event is usually something that you want to see, right? But and for no reason. But also, it's the event it's the Monday Night Raw after a pay-per-view that also becomes low-key must-see TV, because that day usually becomes a crowd-frenzied day, right? And also a day where you usually may able to get the other set of cameos and appearances and pops that you didn't get on the pay-per-view. I say that to say that the Monday Night Raw that followed Survivor Series was kind of whack. It was kind of lackluster. I watched the whole thing. I don't even remember one match. I watched it twice. Still don't remember one match. No, don't remember any matches. The women's tag team fought. Don't know their names. They beat Doudrop, I think. What my laptop just do? Cody. Did he fight? Drew McIntyre was upset. We got some yeets somewhere. And that's about it. Everybody needed to make an appearance and talk, But I don't remember. There was nothing special about the Raw that followed Survivor Series, which goes to show you what kind of pay-per-view they had. Survivor Series was kind of lackluster. It really was. There were no title changes. Not one title change. So Rhea beat Zoe. Gunther beat Miz. The women's tag team belt was retained. Roman Reigns didn't fight, and neither did Seth Rollins in a solo match that will revolve in a title change. So you had IC. No, not even IC. Yeah, you had an IC belt. I don't think the US belt was defended. Women's belt defended. Women's tag team defended. Can't recall if the men's tag team was defended. Just can't. Actually, no, I know it wasn't. They were involved in the pay-per-view event. So the tag team was involved in the pay-per-view event. Oh, the North American champ was involved in a pay per view event. The heavyweight champ involved in a pay per view event. Now, the North American champ, he could always go. He could always most likely come back and fight at NXT, right? But there goes two of the top tier belts in one match. So, like I said, we had Rhea defend, Miz defend, women's tag team defend. Women's War Game was won by Becky Lynch's, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair's team, Shotzi, over not Judgment Day, over Damage Control with Asuka and Io Sky and Zany, and then also Bailey, thick as hell Bailey. Sorry, behave yourself. Oh man, men's War Game match. Like I said, it involved Judgment Day, so there goes your tag team belts, along with Drew McIntyre, to go along with heavyweight champ Steph, Cody Rhodes, Yeet, Sami Zayn, and the cameo. The cameo. Because that's probably what really, I guess, popped off, right? That really got Survivor Series popping would be the cameo. They hinted towards an appearance of Randy Orton. And they played it out so he wasn't sure if he was going to show up. And he was the second biggest cameo of that night. Yeah, he was the second. And he got a hell of a pop. Ended up winning the match, RKO off the top of the thing. You know what I mean? You feed O'Donnell to the Wolves, because he's the new guy. There were no traditional Survivor Series matches. So no 4-on-4 elimination matches. None of that. War games. I still would have liked to see a traditional Survivor Series match, especially since there was a beef that had started brewing between the general manager of Raw and the newly appointed general manager of SmackDown. So maybe they allow this beef to foster for a whole year, and then they have their show match in Survivor Series. But I wouldn't have mind seeing at least a Survivor Series match here. Something could have given. But I guess we'll have to wait till next year when the Judgment Day does it versus the Bloodline. Hey, said it here 30th. Wrote to your mother, B. Dollar. Ski. I have to stop. See what happens that you keep making fun of something for so long, and then all of a sudden you start catching their phrases and their songs popping in your head. Like, yo, I caught myself in the shower earlier. I'm in Miami, looking for the hoochie mommies. Yeah, I wanna be a puppy. So goodness, chula salami. Now I'm cutting her grass. Thank you. Yeah, so it was kind of lackluster. It felt a little lackluster. Like, I watched it, I was intrigued, I was locked in, but the cash in seemed kind of forced. It lacked oomph. It kind of did. Not quite sure who came up with this Survivor Series, but this was a D. Maybe a C, and that's because it was saved by guys like CM Punk, which is probably the pop that you heard. He was the third best cameo of the night. Yes, folks, third. CM Punk in Chi-Town. Look in my eyes and I see. I'm living in reality. Best in the world, ma. Best in the world. Oh no. That's not my weed burning. I got an amber. We got an amber alert. We got an amber alert. False alarm. False alarm. Okay. So yeah, no traditional matches. Completely saved. Completely saved by the cameos. Third best cameo of the evening, CM Punk. CM Punk comes down after the match is over. I think he said a few words. I think he may have said some words. He had more pressing words to say on Monday night. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win match. I'm here to make money. Because what happens is that there's a lot of people that's beefing with CM Punk because he has spent the majority of the last 10 years bashing and tearing down WWE. So for guys like Seth Rollins that really does love the WWE and what they've done for him and his family, he has real issues with CM Punk, who's going to probably move right to the top of the line to start contending for his belt. Trust me, CM Punk is going to move right up there along with Jimmy. Is it Jimmy? Right hand Jimmy? Jey Uso. Jey Uso, right? He's going to get right there with Jey Uso, with Cody Rhodes, with Sami Zayn. He's going to be right there in the mix of these guys. I'm trying to get a champion. Now, they may put him on the IC or US championship hunt first. But it's Punk. I don't think CM Punk came back to have us see him be an IC champ unless he's gonna break a new record as an IC champ and beat Gunther and start his own little 500-day reign. But I guarantee he's probably gonna be right there in the mix for that championship that Seth Rollins has. And when those matches happen, lock in. They really don't like each other. If there's a miscue, guarantee there's gonna be a receipt. And that receipt may get repaid in that very match. When they fight, ooh, you better watch it. You best to watch it. CM Punk. Third. He may have gotten the biggest pop, I think. Maybe he got the biggest pop of the night. But third best cameo. Third best return of the evening. You already heard me mention it. Second was Randy Orton returning. Looking like the Apex Predator. Had to have back surgery, some infusions or whatever. And the thing about this is that we probably don't know how. Once you start hearing things like this from wrestlers, especially when he's now 15, 20 years, I feel like, in the game, this generally starts meaning the end for wrestlers. So I know he's come back now. He's gotten his body back. He's back in shape. We'll see how long he's able to withstand another solid push, or if he just kind of becomes the low-key pushover guy. A few matches here, a few matches there. Don't really see much of him. Maybe once or twice a month. A lot more talking than punching. Maybe they give him a tag team run. We'll see. Maybe we get a little RK Uso. You never know. But I am curious to see what they do with Randy Orton, one, and how long Randy Orton maintains. Because honestly, I wouldn't be surprised either way that if this time next year we're talking about him having his retirement match against Cody and Cody being the one to send him off. The injuries that he is sustaining is kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky. It's put him out the game for basically 2 years, a year and a half, over a year and a half. And we're talking about your back and your spine. And this game, right, or this sport is all about taking bumps. And all of those bumps on your back be straight steroids. Bumpy back is what I mean. So like I said, everybody knew about Randy Orton coming back, right? He could have easily competed for the biggest pop. As you know, there was anticipation of when he was going to return, and when you saw, it was like, yeah. Actually, you know what? He probably did get the biggest pop. The biggest shock was CM Punk. But the most exciting return, the one that everybody probably really wants to see, the one that, let's see, can you get this? Yeah, I don't be liking that. I think I probably prefer this. Even this. Yeah. We'll keep playing with it and see how we feel over the next couple of years. I hope this mic works for you guys, because I'm trying out this mic today. I'm gonna try a different mic tomorrow for tomorrow night's podcast. And I'm gonna see which one of these mics I prefer. Because I'm trying to limit my other mic to just my remote shows. Unless I have more than one individual in here, then we'll work on the other mics. But yeah, I'm trying to having to stop using one mic for the remote and then come back and use it in the studio. It's a lot. Like basically, I'm trying to fully create a remote set where I don't have to touch anything at home. Like what I have at home is what I have at home, and it stays here and it's set. The only thing I may have to take is the laptop. That's it. Take the laptop, bam, we go. But every other thing, nah, we got 2 of hopefully, 3 of hopefully, 4 of when we get there. But no, truth be told, I really want to see. I really am curious. This is also one of the older mics that I upgraded from, that I had stopped using. Right. So now let's see if this one still is a viable option. And if it is, we gonna go there. And I mean viable for a lot of things. I want to see how it picks up the fan in the background. I want to see how it picked up that chopper in the background as well too. I wanted to see when I left you guys and I was talking and I was talking from the other room, right, from the other side of the room. Like how did it pick up? I'm curious about all of that. I want to capture all that, because not only easy on me, but I want to make sure that it's a viable option to give to you guys as a mic. I mean, if not, I just have to buy another Yeti. Yeah, I can find a nice secondhand used Yeti for like $25. So stop. Did I put that bet in? Did I put that bet in? I didn't. Where's that money bag bet at? Why would they give me this bet? Is this it? No, that's not it. Which bet was this again? This is for tonight's game. Oh man. Well, let's hold on. Let's see. Okay, I need to cancel this. Okay, let's clear this bet slip right there. Let's see if I can. There we go.
And let's see if we can win ourselves a quick $100 off a $5 bet. Okay. Let's see. This one of those ones where they pick it for you randomly, and they never give you a good one. They never give you anything good. It's always some weirdo. Oh shit! I got Dak Prescott. Oh shit! I would have bet more. Nah, but that's good. I could take that. Oh shit! They gave me Dak. Now I got to root for Dak to score the first touchdown of the game. Can he throw for that touchdown? Hey yo! And that wasn't it. Yo, you know what's so crazy? Because as much as I'm gonna bet for Dak to, as much as I'm gonna bet for Dak to score the first touchdown, I'm still betting. I'm still betting on. Thank you. I'm still betting on Dallas losing this game. I'm riding with Pete Carroll and let's see. I'm just trying to figure out how much I want to put on here. Whoa. Oh shit, not bad. I just realized something. I got caught up in the wager that I never made earlier. That I forgot to tell you guys who the very last appearance was. And this is the appearance that mattered. This is probably the appearance that we really wanted. And trust me, CM Punk coming back in Chicago, that's big. That really is big. Because, like he said, for 10 years, WWE has not forgotten him. At least the fans haven't. And damn near every single time we have an event, I have stock in WWE. So when I say we, I do mean we. I wasn't just saying WWE for short. But every time we has an event, I was too. Triple entendre, you know what I do here. But anytime WWE has an event, right? Anytime we have an event, especially when we have an event in Chicago, at some point in time, the crowd usually always breaks out into a CM Punk chant, CM Punk, especially when he first left. You understand, like when he first left, it wasn't even just Chicago. It was almost like no arena you can go to without people thinking CM Punk was going to come back. And this went on for a couple of years until it just kind of became isolated as a Chicago thing. And I take that back. It's not just isolated to Chicago. You also get it when they do overseas. Anytime they have an overseas pay-per-view event, that crowd generally also breaks into a CM Punk chant. Listen, they might not even know what it means. They'll be like, "Oh, CM Punk." Everything you went to the Bible, they break out CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, right? CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. Or CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, right? Different accents, different places, different people. So he's right that the crowd really hasn't forgotten him in 10 years. So to see him back, that's big. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of big. And when you heard about him failing in or him leaving TNA or whichever I forget which wrestling organization he was with before this. All right. I always call it TNA, but it may not even be TNA anymore. But when he left TNA, you heard about all the beef that he had with individuals in the back and stuff like that, issues with pushovers. I really wish my boy Lewis was here, right? Because my boy Lewis actually has the skinny on CM Punk's return. Actually, let me see if I can get these guys to come on tomorrow.
talk CM Punk's past in TNA or whatever it was at. Like I wonder if I can get some people to come on. So I'm gonna see. We're gonna see about that tomorrow because there was a bunch of issues going on with CM Punk. His time with the with his other wrestling organization. It was problematic for all up to the point where he left. You understand? We're talking about arguments, pushover stuff, in ring stuff, out of the ring stuff. We're talking about this unnecessary beef, and then you couple that with all of the ish he has talked about with WWE. I'm leading it into it as well. Yeah, we have to get a couple of wrestling, some a little bit more in depth wrestling people to come on and have them talk CM Punk and see if they're willing to do that. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be real interesting. This CM Punk adventure. But as I mentioned before, the biggest return of the evening didn't belong to CM Punk, didn't belong to Randy Orton. The one that the people wanted and the people are going to appreciate the most is the return of R-Truth, who didn't even know what city they were in again. Yo, the thing about when R-Truth goes and comes back, it's always like, yo, what happened to R-Truth? Like, I haven't seen R-Truth for a while. Like, what they do with R-Truth? What they do with R-Truth? And all of a sudden, you're chilling somewhere, you see the camera, I'm having an interview, walking behind the alleys, and R-Truth pops out of a bin somewhere. Like, yaka, waka, waka, welcome to the Steve Harvey Show. Let me stop. Like, what city are we in today? You know what? We're in Pennsylvania. All right. Hey, Philly, how you doing? They're in Miami. But it's great, though, because he did it. It happened to him once as a mistake, and then he just ran with it and put it into part of his act. Now he never has to. Now, let's think about it. Even when he does know it, he never has to remember what city he's in. And it'll be played off as part of his act. We love R-Truth. R-Truth has been, we're talking about one of the ultimate entertainers of this game. And also when he came in, just a bunch of different moves for his size, right? But one of the ultimate entertainers of this game, right? On mic, off mic, main scene, behind the scenes, main character, side character. R-Truth is always, if nothing else, entertaining. Guys, that's our time here. That is fully our time. I want to thank you. Did we? Yeah, clock's over. What I don't get is, oh, that's right. You had 10 minutes. You had a 10-minute head start. I was like, yo, how come some of these are sharing we already been here for 3 hours? And somebody's like, yo, 2:45, my G. Calm down. Thank you guys again. Ooh, work. Perfect timing. Thank you guys again for listening to the podcast. I do appreciate you, regardless of how you listen to the podcast. Whether you're listening live and you decided to watch me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, or you decided to listen to the re-air of the podcast, whether that's on Pandora, Spotify, Pandora. Sorry, I didn't mean to get that a hard R. Pandora, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcast, TuneIn Radio, regardless of how you listen to the podcast. I do appreciate you also listening to the re-air as well. Don't forget that we will be back Friday night around 8:07-ish. If you would like to be on the show live with us, you can participate. Phone lines are always open. Again, also, we will be back at Sharky's next Monday. We'll be there early as well, too. So we'll be there. We'll be there early playing some music. Go ahead and set the vibe, set the mood up. Then we'll get into our sports for about 2 to 3 hours. And then after that, we'll play some more music to close it out. It's gonna be us, it's gonna be sports, it's gonna be trivia, it's gonna be Monday Night Footballs, it's gonna be Sharky, it's gonna be vibes. And MyT Sports Podcast, where it's always a good time. Thank you guys for listening. Hey yo, do you got my outro ready so I can stop rambling? Because you can get long-winded. And I'm tired. I wanna go. I got money to make.
Sorry, B. I tried. Honest. All the bandwidth in the world couldn't keep me contained. No lag, no lag. Gonna share my talents with Podbean Live. Always knew I'd take the pod there.
That's what I forgot.
Just a lot later than a lot of listeners thought. Last of the real gabbers.
You know what? I need to take this now
Well,
while I'm.
maybe not
Yeah,
the last.
It wasn't as close as I thought it was.
Munchkin got good mic skills.
You guys know what I thought.
You.
How I thought this looked.
Improved MyT podcaster. Potting down now. Last call for drinks. Bars closing. Sun's up. Heard the casino got a buffet breakfast. Don't want to go far. Wild night. Tired, B. Tired. MyT
Sports.